Hello there, everyone. How you doing today? Today we're going into TIFU, where also known as Today I Fricked Up, where we will find out how people have royally screwed their day up today. I hope you all enjoy, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Today I fricked up by disappointing a man who wanted to get laid by a maid. I'm a professional house cleaner in a large city. My first house today was beautiful and pretty big, 4,000 plus square feet. I had never cleaned this house before today. It's kind of interesting to clean the home of people you've never actually met while they're not home. I never snoop, but I do learn about people just by the state of their house, or whatever is out. These people seem like they really needed us. I would guess that they are busy and don't have much time for cleaning and organizing, but definitely have an active, naughty life, judging by the master bedroom. I love cleaning dirty houses and was amping myself up doing a mini Rocky training montage warm up and finding the perfect music to work to, Pantera. I was sweating like 4 hours in, but I was getting this house spark a ling. All I had to do left to do to clean the house was floors when a man walked in. I welcomed him home and let him know that I just need to clean the floors and I would be finished soon. He looked super confused and then just kind of grinned and asked if that was his birthday gift. I don't really know what he meant. Maybe his wife scheduled the service on his birthday? I just answered with, "Maybe? Happy birthday, Mr. Hendricks." To which he looked even more confused and told me his name was not Hendricks. Well, that's because his next door neighbor, my actual client, is Mr. Hendricks. I walked my happy butt into the wrong freaking house and cleaned the heck out of it. And then the guy who lived there came home and thought I was a naughty worker role-playing as a house cleaner hired by his wife as her birthday present. I was so totally embarrassed explaining to myself to this guy and the boss. The entry instructions in the app said the client wouldn't be home, but there was a key under the mat. There was no key under the mat, but the front door was unlocked. Facepalm. This is not even the first time in my life that I have let myself into the wrong house. Although, the first time was not a work thing. On the plus side, dude was so happy with how his house was cleaned that I finished the floors and he paid me what my company would have charged him, plus a tip. TLDR, I disappointed a man who wanted to get laid by a maid. Today I fricked up by eating the hottest peppers I could find while having no sense of taste or smell due to the V. My screw up happened 3 days ago and I've just now recovered enough to relive it. I got the V for the second time over the weekend and by Monday I had lost all sensation of taste and smell. At the peak of the pandemic, I joked with my brother-in-law about how running a hot pepper gauntlet if I ever lost my sense of taste and smell from the V, because I heard you could handle spicy things. Mind you, I've always loved spicy things, but habaneros are usually the hottest I can go. So I started with those, because why not? And nothing. So I thought, let's just jump right into the so-called death spiral, which is hotter than a ghost pepper, but not quite as hot as a Carolina Reaper. This is the moment where I think I can pinpoint where my frick up happened. Nothing. No taste. No spice. So I immediately threw 2 Carolina Reaper peppers down, followed by about 10 to 15 pieces of habaneros and death spiral peppers. About halfway through, my body started to retaliate. I was sweating. I was numb. I felt like I was going to pass away. But the burn wasn't there. Until it was. It's hard to describe. Anyway, I suffered through the night with awful indigestion and took antacids to try to calm it. I was miserable. I didn't think it could get any worse, but then the moment came where I had to evacuate them. And my God, the pure fire and rage that my sphincter had. It was unbearable. It felt like Satan himself was trying to claw his way out of my rectum. I swore I shat blood, but there was none. For hours afterwards, I swear the fire feeling that came from my exit hatch could have made s'mores for the entire family. I'm still in pain days later. TLDR, lost taste and smell due to the COVID. Thought it was a good idea to eat the hottest peppers I could find. Paid the price when Satan escaped from my butt. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Today I fricked up by thinking peanut butter was supposed to be spicy. Obligatory, this happened a few months back. Ever since I was a kid, I loved how peanut butter used to taste. Not only did it taste good, but it had this weird spice to it. It wasn't like a chili pepper spice, but it was wholly unique that I never tasted in other foods. It was the perfect accent when mixed with jelly, as the spiciness and the sweetness went together perfectly. Sometimes I would eat too fast and have a bit of a hard time breathing, but I never thought anything of it. I also remember getting some weird looks a few times as a kid was talking about spicy peanut butter, but I didn't think anything of it either. One day, a few months ago, I, a 25 male, was staying at my parents' house and went to make myself some lunch. I saw some peanut butter in the pantry, but no jelly. So since I was hungry, I slammed about an inch of peanut butter between 2 slices of bread and remember thinking, wow, this is the most peanut butter I've ever eaten at once, but then got to work devouring my creation. This is where the frick up starts. A few bites in, I got that ate too fast feeling again and had to take a break to catch my breath. I started eating again and immediately got the ate too fast feeling again. Damn, it's gonna take me forever to eat this sandwich, I thought. So I became determined to just power through and finish it no matter how uncomfortable I was. Big mistake. I made it up to the halfway point when I knew something was wrong. I felt simultaneously like there was a rock stuck in my windpipe, and like somebody had filled my lungs with peanut butter. Wheezing and struggling to breathe. It freaking hurt. The amount of time it took to take a full breath was causing me to panic, and it felt like I was trying to fill up a hot air balloon with a straw. I immediately started Googling heart attack symptoms, but they didn't really match up. I then Googled the symptoms themselves, and results of symptoms of allergic reactions started coming up. Some of the main symptoms were difficulty breathing, chest tightness, and wheezing. Then I scrolled further down and saw a section about things to watch out for in children, and the top one was, the child says their mouth feels hot, or they say that non-spicy food is spicy. After a painfully long period of time, I started being able to catch my breath again, and suddenly all the weird looks I got from talking about spicy peanut butter finally made sense. Peanut butter wasn't spicy. I'd just been poisoning myself all these years. I now use peanut butter alternatives and mix my jelly with sweet Asian chili jelly. I pick those up from the store and it's just as good, but it doesn't almost kill me. TLDR, I thought peanut butter was supposed to taste spicy. Turns out I'm just a freaking idiot and allergic to it. Am I a boy or am I a girl? I'm a threat.